Okay, real talk. How many times have you searched for best free cybersecurity courses and ended up with either expensive programs, random playlists, or courses that only explain two basic definitions and disappear? And the funny thing is, cybersecurity is not something that you can ignore anymore. One phishing email, one weak password, or one unsafe login can create a serious problem for a person or even a company. IBM's cost of a data breach report has shown that a data breach can cost organizations millions of dollars, and Verizon's DBIR has repeatedly highlighted how human mistakes, phishing, and stolen credentials are playing a huge role in cyber incidents. So, if you've been waiting to start cybersecurity but thought it was too technical, too expensive, or meant only for hackers, this video is for you. So I found a set of free cybersecurity courses that can help you start from the basics, move into ethical hacking, understand cybercrime, and explore Kali Linux, learn how ChatGPT can support security tasks, and even look at CISSP and healthcare cybersecurity. So these courses are beginner-friendly, online, self-paced, and also come with certifications. So instead of randomly picking courses, let me walk you through the right learning path for 2026. So the first course is Introduction to Cybersecurity. Alright, starting with the first and most important course, Introduction to Cybersecurity. So if you're completely new to cybersecurity, this is where you should begin. Don't jump into hacking tools, Kali Linux, or advanced security terms. First, you need to understand what cybersecurity actually means and why companies are taking it so seriously. So this course has a 4.6 rating and more than 309k learners, which already shows how many beginners are starting from here. So this is a 2-hour online on-demand course, and you can complete it at your own pace without feeling overloaded. So now what do you actually learn here? Well, you start with cybersecurity fundamentals, then move into enterprise architecture, information system governance, risk assessment, and incident management. So in simple words, you can learn how organizations protect systems and how risks are identified, how security policies work, and what happens when a security incident takes place. The skills covered here include threat actors, attacks, mitigation, secure architecture, wireless networks, network security control, BYOD security testing, risk management, business continuity, and incident management. So if someone asks me which free cybersecurity course will I take first, I would say start here. This course gives you the base, and once this base is clear, everything else in cybersecurity becomes easier to understand. So the link is in the description. Start with this one first. Now once your cybersecurity foundation is clear, the next course becomes much more interesting. Ethical Hacking Basics. And yes, I know the word hacking instantly gets attention, but ethical hacking is not about breaking into random systems or doing anything illegal. Ethical hacking means learning how attackers think, but using that knowledge legally to find weaknesses and protect systems. So this course has a 4.5 rating and around 43k learners. It also has a 2-hour online and on-demand course, which makes it very easy for beginners to complete. The course starts with what ethical hacking is, then explains ethical hacking process including phishing demo, and also gives you an ethical hacking roadmap. The roadmap part is also important because many beginners are interested in ethical hacking but don't know what to learn after the basics. You will also learn about ethical hacking tools, ethical hacking configuration, cryptography, vulnerability assessment, network security fundamentals, Linux command line, and penetration testing basics. The best part is that this course helps you understand the attacker's mindset, but in a responsible and legal way. So if you're someone who wants to know how security professionals test systems and find weak points before cyber criminals do, this is a very useful course to take after the first one. Link is in the description. Do not skip this if ethical hacking interests you. Now before going deeper into the tools, let's talk about the actual problem, cybercrime. This course is called Introduction to Cybercrime, and honestly every beginner should understand this because cybersecurity is not just about tools, it's about understanding what threats actually exist in the real world. So this course has a 4.6 rating and around 57k learners. So this is a 2-hour online on-demand course, so again very beginner friendly. The course begins with what cybersecurity is and then introduces basic networking terms. So this is helpful because beginners often hear words like server, network, DDoS, malware, SQL injection, and brute force, but they may not fully understand what they mean. After that, the course explains the rise of cybercrimes and what cybersecurity threat is and different types of cyber attacks. You will also learn about SQL injection attacks, denial of service attacks, insider threats, brute force attacks, and ways to prevent cyber attacks. And this is where the course becomes very practical because these are not random textbook terms. They are the same types of attacks that you hear about in news reports, company breaches, and cybersecurity interviews. So by the end of this course, you will be able to identify different types of cyber attacks and understand basic ways to prevent cybercrime. So if you want to understand what cyber criminals do and how organizations defend themselves, this course is a strong second or third step in your learning path. So now this is where things start feeling more hands-on. Course number 4 is Introduction to Kali Linux Basics. So if you've ever searched anything related to ethical hacking or penetration testing, you have probably heard the name Kali Linux. Kali Linux is a special operating system used by cybersecurity learners and professionals for security testing, vulnerability assessment, and penetration testing. So this course has a 4.5 rating and around 20.4k learners. So this is a 2-hour online on-demand course, so you don't need to spend weeks just to understand the basics. So this course starts with what Kali Linux is, then explains how to install Kali Linux, and then how penetration testing works in Kali Linux, including a Kali Linux demo, and also introduces Kali Net Hunter. So you're not just reading theory here, you're getting a basic idea of how tool environment works. So the skills covered here include Linux OS overview, installing and configuring Kali Linux, Linux command penetration testing, vulnerability assessment, and system security. Now one thing is very important here. Kali Linux should be used only for learning, practice labs, and your own systems or authorized testing environments. Cybersecurity is not about protecting systems, not misusing tools. So if you're ready to move from concepts to tools, this course is for you. Now the next course is very relevant for 2026, Introduction to ChatGPT for Cybersecurity. Today, many learners and professionals are using ChatGPT to understand security concepts, summarize logs, create checklists, prepare incident response steps, and learn difficult topics fast. But here's an important step. ChatGPT is not a replacement for cybersecurity knowledge. It's a tool that can support your learning and make your work easier when used carefully. So this course has a 4.4 rating and around 8.5k learners. So it's a 1-hour online course on demand, and it's also short, simple, and easy to complete. The course starts with what ChatGPT is and then moves into a demo which makes it useful for beginners who want to see how it can actually be applied. The skills covered here include threat detection and analysis, incident responses, security automation, vulnerability management, security, and compliance. So in simple words, you learn how ChatGPT can support security testing related tasks, understanding threats, organizing response steps, and improving day-to-day security learning. But one thing to remember is never paste confidential company data, passwords, private logs, or sensitive information into any tool without permission. Use it smartly, verify the output, and treat it like a support tool and not the final answer. So if you want to understand how modern cybersecurity learning is changing, this course is definitely worth checking out. Now, if you've already understood the basics and want to think about a more professional cybersecurity path, the next course is important. It is called Introduction to CISSP Security Assessment and Testing and Security Operations. So CISSP is one of the most respected certifications in the information security world. Now this course doesn't mean that you're directly becoming CISSP certified, but it introduces you to the most important CISSP related areas, especially assessment, testing, and security operations. This course has a 4.6 rating and around 19.8k learners. And it's a 4-hour online on-demand course, so it goes deeper than the beginner courses. The curriculum covers assessment and testing in multiple parts, followed by security operations in multiple parts. So what does that actually mean? You learn how security is assessed at an organizational level, how vulnerability assessment works, and how penetration testing fits into security, how logs are managed, how investors are handled, and how teams respond to incidents. So the skills covered here include organizational security assessment, vulnerability assessment, penetration testing, log management, investigations, incident management, assets, and malware management, recovery, and backup. This course is not just about one tool, it helps you understand how security systems work inside real organizations. So if you want to move towards roles like security analyst, security operations, risk management, or certification-focused cybersecurity learning, this course is a smart next step. And now let's talk about a very important specialization, cybersecurity in healthcare. Healthcare cybersecurity is extremely serious because hospitals and healthcare systems deal with patient records, medical data, insurance details, hospital systems, and sometimes even connected medical devices. A cyber attack here is not just about losing data, it can affect a hospital's operations, a patient's trust, and important services. This course has a 4.7 rating and around 1.6k learners. So this is a 1-hour online on-demand course, so it's short and very focused. So the course starts with the foundation of healthcare cybersecurity, then moves into security healthcare technology and authentication, and finally explains how to build resilient healthcare security program. The skills covered include cybersecurity basics, cybersecurity principles, legal and regulatory frameworks, incident response in healthcare cybersecurity, and social engineering techniques. So this course is especially useful for learners who are interested in healthcare IT, hospital security, compliance, data protection, or industry-specific cybersecurity rules. So I would not recommend starting with this course first. Start with the introduction to cybersecurity, then learn cybercrime and ethical hacking, and later come to healthcare cybersecurity if the industry interests you. So this way you understand the basics first and then specialize properly. So that is your free cybersecurity learning roadmap for 2026. You have beginner courses, tool-based courses, ethical hacking, cybercrime, and ChatGPT for security, CISSP related learning, and even healthcare cybersecurity, all in one path. So if you're just starting out, begin with the introduction to cybersecurity and then move step by step. By the time you complete these courses, you will understand the basics, learn important terms, explore useful tools, and have your certifications showing your progress. If this video helped you, share it with somebody who wants to start cybersecurity, and keep following Simplilearn for more learning resources and career-focused tech videos.